He hijacked a commercial airplane, demanded $200,000 in ransom, and then he jumped. Somewhere above the dark forests of the Pacific Northwest, a man stepped into the night with a parachute strapped to his back. And then, he disappeared forever. No confirmed body, no confirmed identity, no definitive answer. More than 50 years later, the mystery remains. Who was D.B. Cooper? And what happened to the man who vanished from the sky? November 24, 1971. Portland International Airport, November 1971. A man walks through the terminal. He looks completely ordinary. Middle-aged, calm, dressed in a dark business suit, white shirt, and black tie. He buys a one-way ticket to Seattle. The name on the ticket? Dan Cooper. He boards Northwest Orient Flight 305. The Boeing 727 takes off. And for a while, nothing seems unusual. Then, somewhere over the Pacific Northwest, Cooper hands a flight attendant a note. She initially thinks it's a phone number, but Cooper tells her to read it. The message is clear: he has a bomb, and he has demands: $200,000, 4 parachutes, and a vehicle waiting when the plane lands. What began as an ordinary flight has suddenly become a hijacking. The aircraft lands in Seattle. Authorities agree to Cooper's demands. The ransom is prepared: $200,000 in $20 bills. 4 parachutes are delivered to the plane, and in exchange, Cooper releases the passengers. But he isn't leaving. Not yet. The aircraft is refueled. The remaining crew stays aboard, and Cooper gives them new instructions. The plane will take off again. Destination? Mexico City. But there's a problem. The Boeing 727 can't make the journey without stopping for fuel, so a new plan is arranged. The aircraft will head south, with a stop in Reno, Nevada, and somewhere along the way, Cooper will make his escape. Shortly after 7 p.m., Flight 305 leaves Seattle. The passengers are gone. Only Cooper and the crew remain. The aircraft climbs into the night. Below them, the forests of the Pacific Northwest. Above them, nothing but darkness. Rain begins to fall. Inside the cabin, Cooper prepares. The ransom is with him. A parachute is strapped to his back. And then, something changes. The rear stairs of the Boeing 727 begin to open. Cold air floods the aircraft. The crew realizes what Cooper is about to do. He is going to jump. Somewhere around 8 p.m., the plane continues into the darkness. And then, Cooper steps toward the open stairs. For one final moment, he stands at the edge. Below him is a vast wilderness. No lights, no witnesses, no way to know what waits on the ground. Then, he jumps. The darkness swallows him. The aircraft eventually lands in Reno, but Cooper is gone. Investigators rush aboard. The hijacker has vanished. The FBI launches one of the largest investigations in American history. The case receives a name: Norjack. Agents search forests. Helicopters scan the wilderness. Thousands of leads are investigated. Hundreds of suspects are questioned. But there is a problem. Nobody knows who Cooper really is, and the public knows him by a name he never actually used: D.B. Cooper. The name reportedly came from a media error, but it stuck, and the legend grew. Could Cooper have survived? The jump was incredibly dangerous. It was nighttime. The weather was poor, and the parachute he used could not be steered. Perhaps Cooper never made it out alive, but without a body, there was no proof. Then, nearly 9 years after the hijacking, the mystery takes another turn. In 1980, an 8-year-old boy named Brian Ingram is playing near the Columbia River in Washington State. He notices something buried in the sand. He starts digging and discovers 3 bundles of old $20 bills. The total? $5,800. Investigators examine the money. The serial numbers match the ransom bills given to Cooper. It is the only confirmed portion of the ransom ever recovered. But the discovery creates an even bigger mystery. How did the money get there? Did Cooper bury it? Did he lose it during the jump? Or did someone else find it? The answers remain completely unknown. Over the years, investigators examined countless suspects. Some seemed convincing. Some claimed to be Cooper. But none were ever conclusively identified as the hijacker. In 2016, the FBI officially redirected its resources away from the case. But the mystery never disappeared. Did D.B. Cooper die somewhere in the wilderness that night? Did he survive the jump and quietly disappear into ordinary life? Or did the man known as Dan Cooper escape into the darkness, taking his true identity with him? We may never know, because on one November night in 1971, a man walked onto a plane, hijacked it, collected $200,000, jumped into the darkness, and vanished. More than 50 years later, one question remains. Who was D.B. Cooper?